We are spending money that we do not have. The administration budget proposes taxing the American people to the tune of $2.6 trillion, spending $3.7 trillion, and borrowing $1.1 trillion. Under the budget, interest payments on the debt are set to quadruple from $200 billion this year to $900 billion in 10 years. The great Harvard economic historian, Niall Ferguson, has stated that the decline of a country can be measured when it pays its moneylenders more than its army. We will hit that level in the next few fiscal years. Now, in response, today I am announcing our first Silver Fleece Award. It's not a Golden Fleece Award because in this time of austerity, we can no longer afford that. We pay homage to Senator William Proxmire of Wisconsin that put forward the Golden Fleece Awards in the late 1970s and 1980s. Working with Senator Tom Coburn of Oklahoma, we feature what is in his Wastebook on a new site called Wastebook on Facebook. There, the Silver Fleece Award is being proposed in 3 parts for a vote by people who wish to participate. This month, we had 3 nominees for the Silver Fleece Award. The second runner-up was a pair of National Science Foundation grants worth $456,000. These grants went to studies on why political candidates make vague statements and how Americans use online dating. The first runner-up was for $615,000 in a grant to create a library archive about the Grateful Dead, a well-known rock and roll band. However, neither of these 2 projects was voted on as the worst of the current waste we see. Instead, the inaugural winner of the Silver Fleece Award is for a nearly $1 million grant going to fund signs to display poetry in zoos. The organization administering the program, Poets House and Public Library, states that the goal of the program is to, quote, deepen public awareness of environmental issues through poetry. I would add, using borrowed taxpayer funds. Thanks to this nearly $1 million program, a visitor to the Little Rock Zoo in Arkansas can now read the words of author Hans Christian Andersen saying, quote, just as living is not enough, said the butterfly, one must have sunshine, freedom, and a little flower. I would argue that future generations would be far more interested in a life without debt, and taxpayers should not pick up the bill for such projects. I ask unanimous consent to submit to the record the 2008 Reader's Digest article, The Poets House and Public Library Statement on the Language of Conservation, and the April 15, 2010 article from the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette on this.
Without objection.
Thank you. I would also now like to announce the new nominees for the next March Silver Fleece Award. First, we will have the opportunity to vote to give the Silver Fleece Award for a $150,000 transportation grant to create a, quote, wildlife crossing at Moncton, Vermont. This is a technical term for a tunnel that will allow salamanders and other animals to cross below a road. Our second nominee is a $460,000 grant from the National Science Foundation to study why people lie in text messages. And third, we will nominate funding for a video game called Wolf Quest, which was funded by a $508,253 grant from the National Science Foundation to a Minnesota zoo. We invite your votes and your feedback on Wastebook on Facebook to decide what next month's Silver Fleece Award winner will be. Sadly, thing is the only loser currently is the American people. And I yield back. Thank you, Mr. President.